Thank you all so very much for being here today in the virtual boardroom with Gladys Boutwell with Insurance by Design. We are here with Lisa Brumm with My Financial Girlfriend. Thank you so much, Lisa, for being here with us today.
Thank you for letting me have a chance to talk. This is awesome.
No, absolutely. I remember meeting you some time ago at an event, and then we just kind of went our own separate ways, but I've always kept track of you because I think that your brand is just great, the way you bring community together. And one of the things that reminded me of you again was seeing you on Women Who Rock Wednesday, I think it was, and you were on the news and sharing an event that you were doing. And I thought, oh my goodness, Lisa continues to do that, bringing women together, being that girlfriend that everybody just loves and is attracted to. So please tell us, tell the audience, who do you serve and what is it that you do?
So we are a full service financial investments, insurance. We help any and all people. I do focus on women, but our goal is really financial literacy and really to have people understand their whole financial picture and really feel empowered about every decision that they want to make now and into the future, and have a really good resource like a financial girlfriend to hash it over with, right? To, as girlfriends, even guys have girlfriends, right? And we just want somebody to bounce ideas and, hey, will this work? Or how can I make that work? And I'll say, maybe it's just a Pacific Northwest thing, but we seem to even if somebody has a W-2 job somewhere, they still do something on the side. They're making crafts or they're making beer in their basement. And so we're always looking for ways to help people with a tax filter. Like, we don't do taxes, but we know enough to help them position funds and monies and goals so that they get the best out of a tax advantage. So a lot of what we do is really just, what a girlfriend would tell you. She's going to give you the straight scoop. She's going to tell you how to save more so that you have more to do with. And that's really ultimately our philosophy, is that all Americans that are serving and earning income deserve the right to sit down with a licensed financial professional and have that space to be not shamed and no judgment. And they can take their anxiety and kind of throw it out there and now start to dig in and really figure out what piece by piece that they have to put in place.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that don't talk to a financial planner, may not know what they need. They may have a 401k with their job, or they may have an IRA because they're self-employed. How do you get them to say, hey, Lisa, I want to talk to you to really review what I have so that I can be financially secure in my future?
Yeah. So I adhere it a couple of ways. I have couple of different analogies, but I have this worksheet, and it's shaped like a house, and every room of the house is part of your financial picture. So we have the foundation or the basement is your cash flow. So we look at how does the money go in and how does it get sent out to all the different places you have expenses, whether it's personal or business. We look, one room of the house is the assets. How are those assets positioned? How are they being funded? How are they not being funded? And then we look at liabilities is equally. And I know that a lot of people in my position as financial planners or other advisors will not look at the liability and it's not just a tax liability, but we'll help people with their credit cards and pay those down faster. We'll help them figure out how they want to buy another house or want to get into the first house. So the debt that they're going to take on, is going to be part of their overall financial health, right? And then the roof over the house is all the protection pieces that we help our clients do. We have, you have to have house insurance or car insurance, health insurance. That's a whole myriad that I know that you know all about, that I just I don't want to get in there, but we have professionals. And while we may not do each and every piece of that financial picture, we have great professionals that we can refer to and know that they're going to be taken care of and really get the assessment of what's going to help them and maybe even help them save a dime or two here or there. Because overall, anywhere that we can help them take back some of those monies and not send them out as expenses, that's more to do something with. And so we really we look at the entire picture just as you do with your clients in the areas that you're an expert in. And so to talk to somebody about getting financially organized is a heck of a lot easier than saying, hey, I want to sell you something, you know?
Right.
And so we don't. We want to take an approach that we give tremendous value, all the strategies, all the step-by-step of how to get there, because then they will at one point go, oh, she just saved me $500 a month. What am I now going to, am I going to just, you know, go out to dinner a couple more times, you know, after the COVID thing? But I'm like, am I going to buy more Amazon than I have before? Or am I actually going to now take the time to figure out what are my goals and where do I want those dollars to really impact my future at now and going forward? So we give a lot of choice, a lot of education, and we put the power in their hands so that I just say, you know, they're the drivers, we're the navigators. We'll give them a map. And then along the road, give us first shot. If something comes up that you need an IRA account because you want to save on taxes from your income, then give us a first shot and we'll do the research and we'll come up. Like you, we're brokers as well, so we don't care what they already have. Sometimes what they already have works, and we'll be the first ones to tell them to keep it. But they can also do an agent change and let us be their representatives for that particular product. So we literally are in it for their best interest, because we know the good karma will come back, and those that are interested to continue to work with us in this environment that's freedom and choices and potential is really the best thing that we can offer.
Nice. If somebody said, okay, I'm going to give Lisa a call because I have all these different things all over the place and I don't know what to do with them, or am I doing the right thing? How would they get a hold of you?
So we have social media right now. It's My Financial Girlfriend, or at My Financial GF is our Facebook page. And LinkedIn is how you find me, Lisa Brumm, Brumm. We have an office here in Portland in the Pearl District, and you can find us, you know, through the Facebook. You can find the phone numbers and emails. Same for LinkedIn. And we also have an office in Los Angeles that we just hired a gal, and she's licensed, currently in training as a licensed admin, so she can really learn the back end of the office. But she's also lead generating and just growing a practice that's going to be a very solid office down in LA. So yeah, get a hold of us through Facebook or LinkedIn is the best way. Our website right now is under development, which I think is probably happening for a lot of businesses during this kind of like stop situation that we've all been put in. But because we're essential services, we're fully operational. Me and my team are on phone calls daily, working through Zoom, making sure that our clients in this tremendous, tumultuous markets are getting communication that they need to just feel a little more, you know, settled about things, or understand that if they have other money, it's time to put it into the market because things are on sale. So,
right.
Mm-hmm.
So with what you're doing, even though you're continuing to work with your clients, what is it that you're doing a little bit differently because of the situation going on that has not only allowed you to continue to maintain your business, but to thrive in this economy?
Well, the coolest part is I feel, even from the first week of being at home, I was getting more rest, and it just gave my brain the power to be more creative and more innovative. I just felt like that was like a surge of, oh, this is a breath that I can really take and really assess things. And we had an event since January planned on the calendar for April 8th. And I did not want to cancel. My heart was just breaking if I had to cancel it. And I knew that we couldn't see each other in person. So I'm like, heck, I upgraded my Zoom account in a minute. And I just started, again, advertising through Facebook and LinkedIn and sending out emails to our existing clients. And I was really happy to know that we had 11 people that showed up on a 6 o'clock on a Thursday night. And I was just so ecstatic. So then I go, you guys, we could have done this a little better. And that kind of was a tweaker, but let's do this again. And so I just kept at it. And so we had our third event online, a virtual happy hour last night, and we had 28 people show up, and everybody had really good comments to make. They felt happier. I mean, I'm like, let's put the happy in happy hour, because we're all kind of like feeling some pressure. It's now what, we're week 9 of being in quarantine. And I said, we're all in this together. Let's just really make this, worth our time to sit here. We had some topics, we had some prompts so that people could kind of go back into their groups and talk in smaller groups. And then we had a free concert afterwards. It was a guitarist, an acoustic guitarist, who was taking requests and singing songs. And so, again, to me, the events, I think, are going to end up, this is what I woke up to this morning when I was taking a shower. I was like, okay, I've got something going. Let's call it the Girlfriend Talks. And let's see if we can continue to grow and grow and grow. And it may end up being a book. I've been thinking about doing a book. I have a title, Girls Just Want to Have Funds. And I thought, well, this could all be part of that book, is that how you can keep growing a community as a business that is very reliant on face-to-face interaction, and how we can get that same kind of feeling from the environment that we can create on an online situation. So I'm very ecstatic. I'm jazzed about doing some really fun stuff and being able to be innovative in an industry that is typically very traditional.
Right.
Yeah.
So I heard 3 main points. 1, rest. The rest is so important. Number 2 is still have events. Just because they're virtual doesn't mean that you can't bring value, and they can't take value out of those events, because they are educational. I got to go to one of yours, and I got to see the value that was brought forth in that event. And number 3, write a book. You have information that others may not have, or others may need or want, or you're bringing a twist that, in your case, the financial services industry, coming from a female perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and presenting it in a way that is easy to understand and easy to follow, and makes it more fun to have those funds. So what's the name of that book again? Girls Just Want to Have
Girls Just Want to Have Funds. And approachable solutions and access to information is huge about our whole philosophy about making sure that people just feel that they're being heard, and that they're not feeling, I get a lot of questions like, oh, I don't know anything about money. I've never learned much. I do things weird. I'm like, I hear that 90% of the time, because none of us really have been given a lot of education. I mean, I remember my high school money and sense class was taught by the baseball coach that needed something to do until 3 o'clock. It's like, you're teaching 16-year-olds how to balance a checkbook. Is that really going to be relevant in my life when I'm 16? I can't even open up one until I'm 18. So, I talk about relevancy. I talk about, especially in our industry where everything is about that push for a product. I take a step back and I said, listen, unless you're going to know when is the right time, because you work your money every day, and we'll roll up our sleeves and help you look at your credit card statements. We'll help even people, we've been known to help people open up their mail, because that just piles up, because it causes more anxiety. And so let's do the thing one step at a time and help you from the place where you're at on your time frame, and everything else will fall into place. So I do the right for people, because I always say I won't do for you that I wouldn't do for my own family and my own loved ones, my family and friends. I'm going to give them the same information, because it's real, and it's real to them. So
Thank you so much for your time today and that piece of information. Thank you for being here today with Gladys Boutwell in the virtual boardroom, Insurance by Design. Make sure you get a hold of Lisa. If you have a pile of bills that you don't know what to do, she's going to help you out with that. And we will catch you at the next time. Thank you for being here today.
sky too